it's Greener. I'm here with
Alfie. How you doing?
It's a hockeyless Friday night. We're entertaining ourselves with a little bit of Iron Maiden Flight 666, the concert. Hope you all are having a good time. How you doing there, Alfie?
Good, good. Greener, you have a good Canada Day?
Yeah, I had a great Canada Day. The missus and I went out to see some native dancers. We got them seeing them perform like traditional dances like stomping down grass and creeping up on men. Some really good stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Lot like hockey, you know.
Yes, a lot like hockey. You can stomp down a man and creep up on a guy too, I suppose. You know. How about you? How you been?
Oh, good. I tried to go down. Me and my girl tried to go down to the island, and I don't get it. The garbage strike here in Toronto kind of suddenly got the ferries over to Toronto Island stalled. So
well, I'm glad I don't live on the Toronto Island.
We didn't get to go.
Well, maybe if I could row a dory back and forth. You know?
Yeah. So good Canada Day in the Great North. And before we get rolling into hockey, I guess we're both going to say to our bars and stars, brethren, and lovely sisters to down in the States, have a good July 4th Independence weekend. And,
absolutely.
Now the puck drops.
Yeah, the puck's dropping first on the New York Islanders. Funny situation going on in New York right now, or on Long Island.
Dog year contracts. They started dog years.
Dude, they went out and got Dwayne Rollison, who's the #1 goalie from Edmonton.
Yeah.
They bring him in. Now, it's funny because the New York Islanders are the team that signed Rick DiPietro. They traded away Robert Luongo to get him, or Roberto Luongo to get him. They drafted him first overall. They signed him for like 78 years. But Rick has always been injured. Like he's always had a knee injury, a groin injury,
yeah.
You know, whatnot. Always ends his season, so they go out and get a #1 goalie. So it makes you wonder if there's something on the go in the on the Isle that we don't know about. Now they got Tavares, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, that's pretty well. Boring draft though.
Terrible draft. Well, not a terrible draft.
No, but nothing.
Nothing that was earth-shattering. I mean, the way that Canadian media put it up here. I mean, if I was going to miss that event, like holy smokes, I might as well have missed my first child being born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like holy smokes, man! Like.
And then you're watching paint dry.
Yeah, like.
You knew that paint was going to dry.
Yeah, pretty much. But back to what's going on.
Well, how would you feel though with all that in the aisle? How would you feel if you were Blackhawks with Hossa? You know, how would you feel? That's a lengthy contract.
The major length contract for a guy that's already 30 years of age. Now it's a crazy deal. Now the way that they do it is that they top load the contracts. They front load.
Right.
So a guy that signs a 12-year deal, he's getting most of his money within the first 4 to 6 years.
Hold on, I know all about these deals.
Yeah, the people out there may not know about them, but yeah, I'm sure you're all aware about these multi-million-dollar deals.
Hey,
but anyway, it's just crazy because he'll be 42 when the contract ends. So either GM, the Dale Talon is hoping he won't be around.
He might not be around.
He probably won't be around when when things hit the fan. The CBA goes up or changes its, because right now if a player retires, the cap it counts against the cap.
Right.
If you decide to buy out that player, it's only the half of the amount of the cap hit, but it's stretched. If you only got 4 years left on the deal, it stretches out to 8. So it's a major gamble for a guy that always loses. Like he lost the, he's lost the with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yes.
He lost with Detroit, and so next year, obviously, Chicago's going to lose against Detroit in the Western Conference Final. Just the way that these things go.
So what about smaller teams and other surprises or other Greenerisms?
Well, the only good I like to see what's going on there in Toronto. They're making their team going to be really tough to play against. Their defense will probably win them games this year.
Yeah.
Odds are their defense will make an average goalie look really good because it's just going to be strong enough, big enough to prevent people from getting in close to score. Now, people say who's going to score the goals for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Funny thing was, goal scoring wasn't a problem for this team last year. It was all defensive goaltending. So we'll see how it goes from there.
What about like the Habs, Bruins, Philly?
Habs have gotten smaller. Somehow they're icing a team of Smurfs this year. I don't know what happened to Bob
I don't want to be laughing.
I know
my
you.
team.
Yeah, well, your team.
Well, when I'm not.
Yeah,
playing.
when you're not. Yeah, when you're not cheering for the Ottawa Senators. Yeah, the Habs somehow managed to get smaller this year. They're going to be playing against the Leafs, the Big Bad Bruins. We also got Philadelphia in their conference with Chris Pronger coming in. So it's just interesting to see. You know, names are changing. GMs are handing out contracts like you wouldn't believe. So it's nice to keep an eye on.
The GMs are a lot like Obama's, like, you know, just handing out free money.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're giving the stimulus package. There's a lot of hope, and there's
Yes,
a lot of
we can.
a lot of yes we can. And
Yes,
there's no doubt about it. I don't know what happens. I mean, every team starts out every year hoping that they're the one to win the Stanley Cup. It only happens 1-1.
And I can't help but think, I'm sorry, man, I can't help but go back to the Leafs for a second. I'm thinking of tinfoil on my knuckles, but the Hanson brothers. It's just it's going to be growing.
Well, they got a Hanson in that team this year. They signed on one of the Hanson kids. I mean, they brought along the prodigies, and they brought in Garnet Axelby, Colton Orr, Mike Komisarek. They brought in some guys that don't mind chucking a couple knuckles here and there. So it's going to be you know, one thing about it, they may not win a lot, but they're going to entertain. So your $400 platinum seat ticket, well worth it, I guess, in the eyes of Maple Leafs fans.
And I guess what about maybe we'll wrap it up with Mr. Heatley.
Mr. Heatley up in Ottawa.
Am I going to be playing with him this year or what?
All right. Well,
you know what? I'm going to win.
When this story broke,
I'm going to win the Art Ross this year. I'm doing a lot of push-ups this summer.
Yeah, I hope you win the Art Ross this year, man. I hope you do.
What do you mean?
Or summer. Or this year.
This year.
Yeah. I mean, when the story first broke, I said I wouldn't be surprised that Danny Heatley started the season as an Ottawa Senator, simply because the story broke, which means that you got a 50-goal scorer or a two-time 50-goal scorer that everybody knows you need to trade. And so because of that, no one's putting in their offers to Brian Murray and the Ottawa Senators. The only team that did was Edmonton, and Heatley used his no-trade clause after asking for a trade.
It's interesting.
Very.
I gotta have Heater when I get back to the locker room. We gotta have a chat.
A few people might want to have a chat. You ask for a trade, you invoke a no-trade clause, then you get paid a $4 million bonus. Let's put it this way, man. No one likes the dude right now, man. Like, no one in Canada likes the dude.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation.
It's not going to be interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has to start the season in Ottawa because no one wants him right now. Other teams have moved on. New York's got Gaborik. Other teams have moved on to sign bigger players, you know what I mean? Or big-name players. And it looks like Ottawa's going to be stuck with another Yashin, I don't want to be there type situation. It's
too bad. Good city. They've had some good potential runs, or we had. We're gonna have to see what happens. So I don't know. I might ask for a trade. But anyway, we should.
Well, we'll wrap her up.
Probably get going. You want to say you're out, Greener?
Yeah. Well, everybody. Good night and have yourselves a good time.
Summer. Have a good summer. Oh, didn't mean to cover your face, but
we'll chip in here from time to time. Thanks for dropping by.
Pretty glass.
Alfie?
Out. Hit stop.